Boxing King Media in association with the Riyadh season. Francis Warren. Francis, we're days away from probably one of the biggest fights in boxing history. You're here with your guy Moses ITAUMA. I'm trying to think, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Moses, or do you want to talk about the big fight? What do you want to do?
Oh, let's go with Moses. Let's go with Moses.
Let's go with Moses. I tell you, the first thing I want to speak about is when you signed him. I remember you guys had a big press conference. I was there, and I remember one of the key things you said: 8 fights in 1 year. And I remember asking you, how are you going to do that? Because getting heavyweight at 8 times, I know it's a lot of investment, a lot of time, and you've done it. I looked yesterday, 8 fights in 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, if you one little niggle on his hand, so if you take that month out, we've managed to do it. The idea was for him to be 16 fights in by the end of January 25. As he's stepping up now to a 10-round championship fight on Saturday for the WBO Intercontinental, we're going to condense that into probably a couple less fights, just obviously because he's on 10 rounders now. But yeah, the idea will be, at least 14 fights by the end of January.
I hope we're here in 12 months' time, and I'll see. And I'm pretty confident you'll do it. So how important do you think it is for a manager to make that promise and fulfill it? Because sometimes things happen, like you said, out of your control, and it can't happen. But you've obviously pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, he was on a couple of shows that were delayed for other injuries and things like that. But we still managed to keep him busy. Between myself, my dad, and my brother, it's been a collaborative effort, and he's always in the gym and he trains hard. So if everyone's pulling in the same direction, then it shows that anything's achievable.
Definitely. So, and the vision, is it still youngest heavyweight world champion, or do you want to go down the British title route? What is the plan?
Listen, he's going to get a ranking this weekend with the WBO, and he'll keep nudging toward, just nudging towards, getting to as high as possible over the next 12 months. Listen, we've got till May 2025 to beat Mike Tyson's record. Listen, it's a great ambition to have, and I've always said it's an ambition. And you wouldn't ask a young man turning pro with a Premiership football team. You wouldn't just want to win the League Cup. His ambition would be to win the Premier League, Champions League, World Cup with whatever country he plays for. So Moses has got an ambition to beat Mike Tyson's record, and listen, if he does it, it'll be phenomenal. It'll be one of the biggest news stories ever in boxing. But you just got to admire the guy for having that ambition. He had that ambition at 16 years old, and we're on track to have a good crack at it. But it's not the be all and end all. I think the most important thing to when you talk about Moses, to refer to him as is the future of boxing. He could be the face of boxing. We're looking at the main event this weekend. You've got 2 superstars of sport, not just of our sport, not just of boxing, but of sport in Tyson Fury and Usyk, Oleksandr Usyk, fight for the biggest prize in the sport, the undisputed heavyweight world championship. And that's Moses' dream, Moses' aim, and I think he can one day be up there, and be talked about like the 2 guys in the main event on Saturday. That's the ambition. But yeah, listen, like I said, great question. If we can do it, we'll do it. But if it doesn't quite come off, it won't be too far after that he probably will challenge for a world title.
And just explain the move to Ben Davidson. Obviously, it's a big move. Ben's got a lot of good fighters, and I know Ben is very picky as well. So it's a big statement on both sides' part, to be fair, working together.
Listen, Ben's been there and done it. He's, I think him and Moses so far have gelled very well. He's got a great stable around him, and he's keeping in good company, Moses. So, listen, it's their first fight together. The reports I've got back from Moses are very positive, and Ben's been very impressed with what he's seen, and I don't know that the rest of the gym are enjoying him being there.
I'll tell you something interesting. I was talking to Usyk off camera a couple of days ago, and I asked him, which fighters do you watch worldwide? And Ben, I didn't mention any weights. He could have said any fighter in the world. He just mentioned one name.
Moses?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. So I said, would you rate, would you watch? And I said, Moses ITAUMA. He said ITAUMA.
That's
I told Moses
I mean, that's fantastic. Obviously, I mean, Moses has done some work with Tyson as well, and he spoke very highly of Moses. I think and so to have both guys, Oleksandr mentioning him, that's a great compliment, and thank you to Mr. Usyk as well.
Indeed. So, and I know I can't really even ask you what you think's going to win, because I know what you're going to say. But tell me, how does Tyson Fury win this Saturday?
It's a fantastic fight. It's a great spectacle. It's been long awaited, and I think my dad made the point yesterday. It's not like it's two of the guys that, you know, they haven't waited till they're both way down the line and, you know, perhaps they're on the slide. I think these two guys are in their prime. Tyson, you know, I just feel like I think he's just got everyone's number as long as he's at 110%. Both guys got to be 110% to beat the other one because they're such phenomenal fighters. And that's why they're fighting for the biggest prize in sport on the biggest stage, in front of what's going to be a massive audience, and both in the arena and worldwide TV audience. Tyson, I think it's a late stoppage or a points win, but it's by no means going to be an easy night's work. And I think there's going to be plenty of ups and downs for both guys.
That sounds an interesting fight, and I can't let you go before last question. Speak about what I think is probably one of the. I think he gets the least recognition for what he's done, and obviously done another fantastic job with Sam Noakes. British, Commonwealth, European. He's literally cleaned up domestically. I feel like not enough people know what he's done, and he's blasted everyone out apart from one guy.
I know. I mean, listen, his last fight against IPMB, we knew it was going to be a tough night's work in terms of, he won every round. But we just said to him, don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for it. Don't do your usual. Just be patient. And what he's done the last 12 months, I think, deserves massive recognition. You know, he's gone Commonwealth, British, and European, plus the WBO international titles in his last 3 fights. And I'm so proud of him. He deserves every bit of accolade he gets and every bit of recognition. And there's a very interesting fight on Sunday with Navarrete and Baranchik for the vacant WBO lightweight title, so we're keeping an eye on that because I don't think Sam's too far off. I genuinely think he'd have Baranchik's number, and he's a couple of fights off giving Navarrete a good fight. So come on, Dennis Baranchik, let's go, let's get that going.
Yes, and I backed up definitely. Any last words, Francis, before I let you go? Just
everyone tune in for what's going to be a great night. I think as you've seen this week, it's just second to none, isn't it? It's amazing. So everyone tune in, get stuck in.
It's good to see your dad. I spoke to your dad earlier. He's still got the magic in his eyes. He still buzzes for all this stuff. So
absolutely loves it, and it's just like a home away from home at the minute. So you've got all you guys, media, everyone, we appreciate you being here and everyone coming out and supporting it. So it's just a fantastic event, and it's one everyone here will remember forever.
Indeed. So Francis Warren, appreciate your time and all the best Saturday.
Thanks, mate.